feel that? Man, that was a weird presence. It's like someone else is in the room. Oh well. Today is going to be a Halloween shave. First, we'll start with the watch. Today, we're going to go with the Citizens Echo Diver, which is a watch I really like. Not really much as far as K-spec to show. I wasn't a big fan of dive watches, but this one caught my eye, and I bought it, and I've enjoyed it. For the razor, we're gonna go with the Viking. It's kind of Halloween-y looking. It's the adjustable Viking Crusader Ragnar edition. You can see the adjustments on the side. I go about 3.5. Let's see, yeah, between the 3 and the 4. I'm not sure if you can see that there. Using a previous blade, the Derby Extra. I had one shave on it on a previous video. And then for the brush, we're going to use the Phoenix Shaving Atomic Rocket, which is a synthetic brush that I like. Bought it because I like the looks of it. It was my first synthetic, and I actually really like synthetics. And then for the soap, we're going to be using the Blades Grim. Oh yeah. And this is one I've used before. It's not new to me. This one's called Smolder, made in the USA. You can see I've used it, and I love the smell of it. It's almost like a dark powder smell. Coconut oil, water, lye, vegetable glycerin. Really doesn't say much more than that. You can pick this up off Amazon. And then for the aftershave, we're going to use the Clubman Pinard. Is that how you pronounce it? Pinard? I'm not sure. Don't know if I've ever heard anybody say it. But it's a nice classic. You can pick this up about anywhere. Shake that out a little. Get some soap going. Hope everybody's having a great Halloween. For us this year, we may, for the 1-year-old, 14-year-old doesn't care about Halloween. But the 1-year-old, my wife probably cares about more than the baby. The almost 1-year-old. She'll be 10 months old on the 8th. Nice leather. And we may do some drive-through Halloweens. We're not gonna take her trick-or-treating. Just don't want to risk it. With everything that's going on. Nose is itching. Sorry about that. Using my Old Spice cup. I mentioned to my wife yesterday, I said, I'm gonna do an Old Navy shave. She's like, what's an Old Navy shave? I was like, oh no, I meant Old Spice. I don't know why I had Old Navy on my mind. Look how nice. Nice that soap is. So I'm sure my manager never see this, but I had an interesting conversation with my manager. He said he doesn't like to use a safety razor because it takes too long to make the soap. And I told him, you don't have to use soap, and it also only takes about 30 seconds to whip up soap. And he's under the impression that safety razors are not as safe as a regular razor. And I said, that's the whole point of safety. Now, there is a little bit more learning curve to a safety razor. And it's just one of those deals, since you've always used a razor, you probably kind of expect it would work like a modern razor, which is close. But I think probably the biggest thing people do when they start using safety razor, and I'm guilty of the same thing, is using too much pressure. They're not letting the razor do the work. So as you saw in my last video, I didn't even have a single nick. Now, I'm not saying I'll never get a nick. Even when I use regular razors, every once in a while I'll cut myself. There we go. And it's gonna happen when you get rushed and when you're shaving. All right, so if you remember, this one's got I call it combed, but it's not combed. It's the little slots. And then the other side's the smooth bar. So we'll do smooth bar on one. We'll call it combed. Combed on the other. I guess you call it semi-combed. Barely giving any pressure. Some people go long strokes. Some people use short strokes. It's really whatever works for you. It's funny, you'll go to Reddit or somewhere else and everybody's got a very strong opinion on what to do. But it's whatever works for you. A little weird Halloween this year with everything that's going on. I know, I think it was Ken Sir that shaved with the PPA or the Phoenix shaving soap with the, I think it's called Clown something. I can't remember off the top of my head. And I had mentioned that I really like the looks of the container, but my wife said no. My wife is terrified of clowns. I'll post a picture of my wife, me and it was her and I and my son in a Halloween store a couple years ago. And actually got her to take a picture in front of a bunch of different clown costumes and masks. I'll post a picture of that. It was pretty funny. I'm surprised she actually did it. So I typically don't get to watch Halloween movies because she's not a fan. I like them. Probably liked them more when I was younger. Seems nowadays all the Halloween movies have just went to all gory, hardcore gory stuff like the Saw movies. Remember one of the first ones I saw, I think it was called I Don't Know What You Did Last Summer, in the theater. Man, I thought it was awesome when it came out. In the Halloween movies, and when I was growing up, my mom was into the Friday the 13th and Freddy Krueger. Those freaked me out. I don't think still haven't watched one all the way through. They're just, I don't know, a little creepy. I watched like the House on Haunted Hill, and I can't remember the one with the glass house. The one scene that was pretty gory where the guy he goes to the door, or walks in the middle of the door, and it's a glass door, and it closes and chops him directly in half, and the front side just falls down. That one's pretty gory, but it was interesting. Get some soap here. There we go. Final Destinations. I don't know if they would really be considered a Halloween movie. That's when they started really getting into some good CGI. And it was probably a couple years ago. I was telling my son about, I can't remember which number it is. If it's number 4 or number 3, number 2. I can't remember. It's been a while since I watched them. And I showed him a YouTube video of the scene where the log comes off the truck. And I was telling them how that was CGI beforehand. And that kid, and he watches some gory stuff. He's 14. Now, can't remember, like I said, I can't remember, it was 2 or 3 years ago. But we watched that, and he was in tears because he thought it was so real. I was like, no, it's all fake. He's like, why would somebody come up with that? I'm like, it's a movie. Good thing you didn't watch the rest of them. Which I call those more creative, gory movies. Like the Saw movies, they're just, to me, it's almost gory to be gory. I mean, I like the first several, but they just kind of got old. Notice they get a little closer. I need to make sure I get the ones at my nose. I always hate if you get somewhere and miss a hair around the mouth or one at the nose. I'm using the bar side for my neck. Like I said, it's sensitive. Or I've said in past videos, super sensitive. Sound like I hear a neighbor's dog howling. It's because it's Halloween, or close to Halloween. When you see this video, it'd be Halloween. For me, it's a couple days before. Finish the shave. Definitely is smooth. I like the Smolder, the blade scrim. Very nice smelling and easy to shave with. No cuts today. That's always a good day. Figured I'd get some cuts on my chin. So I almost did, but didn't. Alright, like I said, the Clubman for Aftershave. Like I said, you can pick this up anywhere. This does have alcohol in it, so it will burn a little if you have some close shaves. A little bit of burning, it's not bad. It's one of those. My wife knows exactly what it is. Sometimes we play the guessing game where she guesses which aftershave I have on. This one's a dead giveaway because it's a very specific scent. Alright, that concludes this shave. Hope everyone has a great weekend. Oh man, had a weird sense again, like somebody's watching me. Anyway, hope everybody has a great weekend.